Mr. Speaker, thank you. And let me first of all, Mr. Speaker, wish the very best to all the good people of Epsom who have done a wonderful job of supporting their local member. I have to say, Mr. Speaker, that I was very concerned on becoming a minister about whether I'd be able to perform the duties adequately of being a local member, but I have to say, with the help of ministers, it's been very easy, because what I've found with the National Party ministers, that they actually do care about individual constituents, and so that when I've taken concerns to the respective ministers, we've got a very good result and an outcome that you'd expect, Mr. Speaker. I'd also like to say, Mr. Speaker, to thank all the ACT supporters and all the ACT voters over the years that have supported us, and to say this, Mr. Speaker, that our goal this year was to show that we could work well in government, that we could work well with the parties in government, but also, Mr. Speaker, show that we could make a difference within government, so that giving your party vote to ACT would actually mean something, and I believe, Mr. Speaker, we have demonstrated that. I'd like in particular, Mr. Speaker, to say how marvellous it's been to work with the Prime Minister, John Key. John Key said at the start, following the election, Mr. Speaker, that what was important to him wasn't the words on the paper of any confidence and supply agreement, but the relationship that would be developed between the National Party and the confidence and supply parties. And I have to say, Mr. Speaker, that the Prime Minister and every minister has actually worked very, very hard in terms of their integrity and their respect for the ACT Party, likewise with the Maori Party, likewise with the United Party. And I think, Mr. Speaker, that the leadership that John Key has shown in respect of the confidence and supply parties has made for a stronger and a better government than would otherwise be the case. I'd like to thank all the ministers that I've worked with. It's been a fabulous year. I'd also particularly like to thank the Maori Party and the United Future Party. Oftentimes, Mr. Speaker, we disagree on the policy issues, but that's what you'd expect when you come from different political parties. At no time has those disagreements spilled over into any loss of respect or attack or insult. It's been one of utmost dignity, and I have to say I greatly admire the Maori Party as a consequence. I'd like, Mr. Speaker, to thank my electorate staff in particular for working tirelessly on behalf of the people of Epsom. I'd also like to thank Mr. John Carter for being Associate Minister of Local Government, because to me he has worked incredibly hard in that role, and without doubt we actually have two Ministers of Local Government rather than one and an Associate. I'd like to thank Brendan Boyle and the team at the Department of Internal Affairs, officials at the Ministry of Economic Development and Treasury that I work with, and to thank them sincerely for their superb efforts on behalf. There's no doubt that these departments have faced big challenges, and they've worked hard, especially on the reforms underway in Auckland. The Auckland Transition Authority, established to oversee the move to one unitary council in Auckland, is doing a fantastic job, Mr. Speaker. Executive Chair Mark Ford and General Counsel Rob Fisher and the team at the ATA deserve mention for their calm and their determined and their professional work on what is no small task. I'm grateful to them for all the efforts and look forward for them continuing in that job. To my parliamentary colleagues, in particular Mr Cunliffe, on the opposition benches, the ACT Party extends the very best for a Christmas break and for a holiday with your families and with your friends. Of course, we often disagree on matters of policy, but we actually do share a common goal, which is to make New Zealand a better place for everyone. We disagree oftentimes about the best way to do that, but I don't think there's anyone in this parliament, Mr Speaker, that isn't wanting the best for our country. Mr Speaker, your efforts in this House deserve special mention. I agree with all the commentators that laud your work in making Parliament an institution of which we can all be proud. And I think, Mr Speaker, that you have shown leadership and wisdom that has done New Zealand and our great institution of our Westminster parliamentary democracy a wonderful service, and I wish you and your wife, Mr Speaker, a very good Christmas and holiday, and you can reflect on putting something into our country and into our Parliament that is no mean achievement, which is a great respect for Parliament. Mr Speaker, I'd also like to thank everyone that works in the precincts. They've been mentioned, but we all know that what makes our Parliament work is all the hard work of others that are supporting the MPs, often at difficult hours, often in difficult timeframes, and they too, Mr Speaker, can have a break. And Mr Speaker, I would like to also wish the press gallery a good break and a good 2010. The relationship between the government and indeed politicians generally in the press gallery is a robust one, as it should be in any functioning democracy. And I think that we have a great respect for the journalists, and I think too, Mr Speaker, despite what we might think at times, the journalists too have a great respect for us as politicians, and more particularly, Mr Speaker, for this great institution that is our Parliament, and this wonderful thing that is our democracy. Mr Speaker, it's been a tough year for Kiwis, actually, and a year of some considerable uncertainty. And it's certainly been a tough year for a Minister of Finance grappling with a difficult set of accounts and a worldwide recession. I have to say, Mr Speaker, it's been good to end the year on some good news on the economic front. And what we know about Kiwis is that we can have a great Christmas, confident in the knowledge that next year, Mr Speaker, will be better because we actually have had a good and stable government making the right decisions, that our Parliament is in good heart, and so too are the values of this great country in terms of our work ethic, our enterprise, and the positivity that we can all revel in this country from the Prime Minister down. Thank you, Mr Speaker.